Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden. I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together, we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow. And repeat. If that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce our guest expert today, Corrie LoGiudice. Corrie is a keynote speaker, coach and facilitator who empowers women to become confident leaders and entrepreneurs by identifying and addressing their overwhelm culprit. Featured in TEDx, Girl Boss, Business Insider, and more, she transforms overwhelm into extraordinary action through keynotes, workshops, and coaching. Corrie lives on Long Island, New York with her husband, 4 children and 2 cats. She's just 45 minutes from Manhattan and 10 minutes from the beach and about 20 hours from where I live. Corrie, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're very welcome. And so we established that you're in Manhattan, so I don't need to ask you where you are. What's the weather like today? I'll be British instead.
Oh my goodness, it is miserable. It's 90 degrees, but it's like 100% humidity, so it feels like it's 110. So you go outside and you're basically baking. So no. It's not fun.
Well, I can't say it's like that here, apart from the word miserable. So We've got that in common. It's miserable here. It's actually summertime here and it's raining. So yeah, it's pretty miserable. Shall we do the questions?
Let's go for it.
Let's cheer ourselves up. All right, start the clock. There it goes. Corrie, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
I actually serve 2 core audiences. So on the individual side, I work with high achieving women, especially working moms who feel stretched thin and are ready to reclaim their clarity, their confidence, and their direction. Then on the flip side, for organizations, I speak for companies and conferences that support women in leadership. So this often comes through employee resource groups, leadership development programs, women's initiatives, that kind of thing. And these clients bring me in to deliver keynotes and workshops, and through them, I provide actionable tools to help them prevent burnout and cultivate confident, effective leaders.
Right. Well, plenty of variety in there, and but in quite a focused way, actually.
Yes.
And so let's delve a little bit more into exactly what is the problem or problems that you solve, please.
Sure. So I solve the problem of overwhelm, which in this day and age is more prevalent than ever. But not just overwhelm in that a lot of folks view it to time. I don't have enough time. I help folks with identity overwhelm. So helping my clients identify the root cause of what's actually holding them back, them and their productivity and their performance. And I do this using a framework I developed called the Overwhelm Culprits.
Okay, well, I'm hoping to hear more about that. We'll see. So what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve this problem of overwhelm, please?
Sure. So the first one would be utilizing the overwhelm culprits, obviously, to figure out your source of overwhelm. And they're really, really easy. So I'll just share them with you today. So you know what the 5 are. They're usually a lack of clarity. So if you're not clear on, what you want and how you want to do it and what your mission is, you're never going to get there. It could be a lack of confidence. So you can be very clear on what and why you want things. But if you don't believe you could do or have it, it's going to hold you back. Same thing with lack of community. We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So if we are surrounding ourselves with people who don't know how to do what it is we want to do, don't believe it's possible, or are going to hold you back because it doesn't benefit them, that's also going to keep you stuck in inaction. Lack of conditioning is your physical and mental health and wellness. So this is the burnout part of the talk, right? So if you're not taking care of yourselves, you have nothing to pour into others. You're pouring from an empty cup. And lastly is a lack of consistency. So a lot of times in order to get to the next level, we need to be taking actions over and above what we're currently doing today. So if you're not taking consistency, whether it be through systems, habits, routines, that kind of thing, it's also going to hold you back. So one of the first things you could do, super simple, is of the five that I identified today, which one resonates the most for you?
Brilliant. And actually, fact, I almost was thought for a second there when you said there's five. I thought four children and a husband. No, she does. She's not. She's not going to be. She doesn't mean them.
No.
That's brilliant. Thank you. That's a really comprehensive and fascinating list. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
So now that we have a better understanding of what you do, Corrie, let's dive into goal busting, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals, which is more of the same, really. I'm just greedy.
Mhm.
Could you share any more tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Sure. Well, the very first one I would say is more of a mindset reframe. It's productivity isn't about doing more. It's actually about doing what matters with less friction, right? So I think a lot of folks get really tripped up. It's about trying to cram more stuff onto their calendar, but that couldn't be further than the truth, which is why using a framework like the Overwhelm culprits can be really, really helpful because when you have the clarity, if you have lack of clarity, for example, and you're not clear on what you should be doing and why you're even doing it, then why is it even on your to-do list? Right? Or even things when we talk about friction. If you're not setting yourself up in a way where you can very easily take action on the things that you need to be productive with, you're never going to do it, right? So having things like whether it be routines, habits, I love using things like templates, right? Checklists, things like that to take the mental load off of you while you're continuing to work at a high level. All these things are tools that help. The second thing I would say too would be having a capacity first approach. So one of the biggest things that I do for both myself and my clients is I ask myself on a daily basis, what energy do I actually have today? And then I try to choose one or three priorities that actually align with the bandwidth I have to give to them in this current moment. This ultimately is what will help you create sustainable momentum. And it also too is going to help you take to not feel as unproductive when you have a lower capacity day because you know you can make it up on another day when you do actually have more bandwidth and capacity.
Brilliant. And if I can just chip in with a suggestion as my own,
Mhm.
which is that it's very possible too to be highly productive, but doing stuff that's of absolutely no value. And that's such a
Mhm.
waste of time. And you need to be aware of
Yep.
that.
Oh, that's actually a great important point if I got a quick second. And another thing I would recommend too, if you're not already doing it, is actually tracking your progress. I find that so many men and women just they fly blind and they're busy being busy, that you don't actually take time to record what it is that you're working on and reflect on what you've accomplished. And without that, it's so hard to see whether or not you're even on track, right? Or if you're, looking at that kind of information, it'll give you what you need to know, whether you need to pivot or to change something in order to be in alignment with where you ultimately want to go. So tracking is also super, super important.
Yeah, brilliant. As I often say to people, unless tidying your garage is actually your business, it can probably wait. All right,
Yes.
I've taken up enough of your time, but I would like to leave time, please, for the final question, which is what should I have asked you today, Corrie, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
What is the biggest myth about overwhelm?
And the answer?
I'd say it's the thought that overwhelm is actually a negative sign. When you look at it, it's actually a really positive sign. And that when you feel overwhelmed, it's a sign that you're hitting your max capacity and you're ready to break through to the next level. Because the actions that you're taking day in and day out that you're doing that's the same are no longer having the same results. And that's simply because something changed. Right. So having that kind of mindset shift will help you kind of reframe, hey, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, it's actually not something that I need to feel bad about. It's a positive sign because it means I'm about ready to hit that next level.
Yeah, I love it when things like that are reframed because it does place us in a different mindset completely, and it helps us get things moving forward, which is what momentum and getting through overwhelm is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Look at that. We did that in exactly 7 minutes, and that was even with me waffling on in between your comments as well. Hey.
Woo-hoo.
I feel bad now. I took up some of your time, but I think I got more out of you. I think I got my money's worth, which is great because I'm not paying you anything. All right. So, but what is really important now, I do have one more question for you, please, which comes in two parts. How can people reach you? Part one and part two. Is there like a valuable free resource they could get from you, which is a really neat way of enabling people to connect with you and find out more about your offer?
You got it. Well, you can find me online. No one can ever spell my last name. It's Corrie LoGiudice. So you can find me at www.corrielo.com is my website. And then I'm all over social media, every single platform. The handle is I am Corrie Lo. And for that resource that I have, that valuable resource, I have a free Overwhelm Culprit quiz. So if what I shared today resonates and you're like, you know what, I want to find out which culprit's mine, you can go to corrielo.com/Overwhelm Culprit. And there's a free, I believe it's a 5 or 6 question quiz you could take to find out yours today.
Yeah, I'm just off there now. No, I'll probably wait until I finish the recording. That sounds terrific. That's a very generous freebie as well. Thank you so much. Corrie, it's been a pleasure. I knew before I came on, I was really looking forward to this one today, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I knew it would be. Corrie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Corrie Lo, thank you again. So, everybody, please remember, keep goal busting, make your future self proud. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.